After a bit of a wait, the new Kirby is finally here, and I have to say that this game is frankly a bit disappointing. Yeah, okay, right. Let me elaborate. Now, I am an avid Kirby fan to the point of owning almost all the games and buying them pretty much day one. These are games that I just love to get and have a nice time passing and collecting everything they have to offer. Hell, I have passed Nightmare in Dreamland, Superstar, and Superstar Ultra countless times. They are without a doubt some of my favorite games among Nintendo games. So it's safe to say I was excited for this one, finally giving me a full-on 3D Kirby game that I have been waiting since the unreleased Kirby project for GameCube. And I am not gonna lie, I was loving the hell out of this game until around the second world, and then the game started showing its cracks and frustrations emerged. But before all that, let's get the stuff I absolutely loved first. The game looks amazing. Even Kirby with his incredibly simple design has never looked better and cuter, to the point that when you play this game long enough and then go to Smash, Kirby starts looking like an odd little thing, like it's just, he does not look cute. What did they do to my boy? Sure, there is some weird effect where things in the background look like they are running at 2 frames per second, and it can be kind of jarring at first, but honestly, it's a Kirby game. We aren't here for the high fidelity graphics. I really like this new art style they have going on. This new world they are in is different for Kirby games, and I'm kind of digging the whole mixture of silly cartoonish characters in normal looking places. It's an interesting contrast, like watching cartoons in a live action movie. I absolutely love the idea of the Waddle town, even though I know they basically grabbed a Kirby menu and made it playable. But who cares, it's nice and fun to walk around and try all your abilities and see the Waddle Dees walking around and... he's okay. Seeing the first trailers, I thought they were gonna go into the let's just make all of our games Breath of the Wild route Nintendo has been doing lately, but then for the second trailer it actually seemed like they were gonna make basically Kirby Odyssey. But it turns out I was wrong on both assumptions. It actually ended up being like Super Mario 3D World instead. Like, it is practically the same game, but with Kirby. And well, I don't mind because of course I love 3D World and it makes more sense with how Kirby games tend to be, but I guess I was expecting more exploration and bigger worlds instead of a typical stage-by-stage formula. But nevertheless, it was a natural push for Kirby games. Now, when it comes to the combat, the game is pretty fun for the most part, because here is where my gripes with the game start. For whatever reason, they reduced a bunch of moves from the different power-ups the game brings. For example, there is no longer any dash attacks for any power-ups, because you are technically always running, so you miss on cool attacks like this one, and this one. I have no idea why they didn't just copy 3D World's running, or just kept the double tapping forward to run, or anything really. The game feels odd without these dash attacks. Then some power-ups were straight up butchered, most notably Ice. This power-up in other games is extremely cool. It usually consists of 3 core moves: the neutral attack, the dash attack, and the running jump attack. It even has a slow version of the running attack if you do it on place. This made this power super mobile and neat to use, but now, like I said, they removed the dash attacks in every ability. But for Ice, and Ice only, they added double tapping the attack button when running to mimic the same ability. Something they could have added to, every other power, but whatever. The bad thing about this game's version of Ice is that they removed the running jump attack. Why? No idea, because Kirby already spins like he does in the old games. So they just decided to make him do the normal attack no matter what you do. So it stops you midair and it feels terrible. And there are changes like this with all the other power-ups, so then you think, well, the power-ups have less moves and feel more basic than before, but there's probably a lot of them this time around. Nope. There is a whopping amount of 12 abilities, 2 of which are Sleep and Crash, which honestly shouldn't count, and Drill, that really sucks. I have no idea why they didn't just bring Animal from Squeak Squad. It probably would have been better than Drill. But wait, I hear some of you thinking, but you can upgrade them and you can have basically 3 per hat. So in reality, there is 36 power-ups. Nope again, sir. They are just a variance of the same power-ups. They all play almost the same. It does not change how you would use them in-game. And when you upgrade them, you pick which version will appear in-game. So you still only have 12 in the actual game. There is absolutely no reason to pick the inferior version of each power-up. So in the end, you always end up with the same 12, just a bit more flashy. I would have just preferred if they gave us the best version of each power and nothing more, no upgrades or whatever, and include all the other power-ups they cut, because there are a lot of hats that aren't in this game that are staples of the Kirby franchises. Power-ups that are missing: Beam, Fighter, Suplex, Stone, Parasol, Mic, Wheel, Spark, and Spear. Spear, that it's actually in the game but only the second player can use? Why is that a thing? So here is what you are left with: 4 great power-ups: Sword, Ranger, Cutter, and Hammer. Ranger being an actual decent new addition. 3 gimmicky power-ups: Tornado, Needle, and Fire. Tornado and Needle actually being better than past games, at least. 3 power-ups that just outright suck: Ice, Bomb, and Drill. All missing the fun factor or are just plain frustrating to use here, and it's a shame because this game is so charming, adorable, and it looks and feels great for the most part. But then, once you reach World 2, you pretty much see every power-up there is, and that for a Kirby game is a shame. So yeah, I mean, overall it's a fun Kirby game, don't get me wrong, but it left me wanting more. But hey, I felt the same way about Triple Deluxe when it came out, and then blam, out comes Planet Robobot using the same engine, being superior in every conceivable way, and you know, maybe I just have to wait for my Planet Robobot to my Triple Deluxe. I'm not sure if that made any sense, but I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, bye.